Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are revising class 9 science chapter number 3 atoms and molecules in the simplest way to possible. If you want a quick revision for exams, this video is perfect for you. Let's begin. This is our content. We follow this content. First of all, we discuss why do we need the idea of atoms. In ancient times, Indian philosopher Maharshi Kanad and Greek philosopher Democritus believed that matter is made up of extremely small particle. It's called Parmanu, or now we call it atom. Later, scientists proved that matter is made up of tiny particles that cannot be further broken by a chemical means. This idea gives us the base of chemistry. Let's start off our law of chemical combinations. Before we understand atom and molecules, we must learn two important laws. First is our law of conversion of mass. This law proposed by Lavoisier, mass can neither be created nor destroyed during a chemical reaction. Here the example is barium chloride plus sodium sulfate, it gives barium sulfate. Here another example is if 10 gram react with a 15 gram sugar, product will be 25 gram. Okay, can you understand? Next, we see a law of constant, define or a proportion. This law proposed by a Proust, this law of a chemical compound always contain the same element in the same proportion by mass. For example, water, it is H2O, always has hydrogen and oxygen in the mass ratio of 1 is to 8. Okay, and then here next example, ammonia NH3 always contains two elements, nitrogen and hydrogen, combined together in the same ratio 14 is to 3 by mass. Okay, remember. Next, Dalton's atomic theory. Dalton introduced the first scientific theory about atoms. This is very meaningful and these are main postulates. First is all matter is made up of atom. Matter is made up of tiny particles is called atom. Second postulate is atoms are indivisible and indestructible, or atoms are indivisible and cannot be created or destroyed in a chemical reaction. Third, atoms of a given elements are similar in mass and properties. Okay, the atoms of the same elements are identical. Next, atom of different elements have a different mass and different properties. Fifth postulate is atoms combine in a small wall number ratio of form compound. And the last, in a given compound, the relative number and kind of atom are constant. Okay? Or we can say that atom combine in a simple wall number ratio to form a compounds, or a chemical reaction involve rearrangement of atoms. This can be easily you can write down in your exam. This is very important for it. Next, what is an atom? An atom is the smallest particle of an element that cannot take part independently in a chemical reactions. Okay, represented by a symbol, for example hydrogen, it's H, Oxygen, it's O. H is hydrogen, Na means sodium, Fe means iron. Okay, some symbol comes from a Latin names. For example, Na, sodium, it's called natrium. Fe means we call iron, but in a Latin names is a ferrum. Pb, we call lead, but its Latin names are plumbum. Okay, these three Latin names you can remember and note down, and this is important for your MCQ base also. Atoms are very small in size and smaller than anything we can imagine or compare with. Okay, here it's radius, atomic radius 1 nanometer is equal to 10 raised to minus 9 meter, or 1 meter is equal to 10 raised to 9 nanometer. Okay, you can remember this example also. Next, symbol of atoms of a different elements you can see. I can remember you. Okay, all symbol are aluminum, argon, barium, boron, bromine, calcium, carbon. That's all are you can remember. Next, our next topic is atomic mass. Atoms are extremely small, so we use a relative atomic mass instead of actual mass. Atomic mass is compressed with 1 by 12th mass of carbon 12th isotope. Okay. For example, hydrogen is equal to 1, carbon is equal to 12, nitrogen is equal to 14, oxygen is equal to 16, calcium is equal to 40. Okay, you can remember this all atomic mass. Next, what is a molecule? A molecule is the smallest particle of a substance that can exist independently. Okay, a molecule is a group of two or more elements that are held together by attractive force, or we can say atom of the same element or a different element can join together to form a molecules. For example, O2 means oxygen, N2 it's nitrogen, H2O it's water, CO2 it's carbon dioxide. Okay, here both example here you can see and remember it. Next, we can see type of molecules also. Atom molecules, it He. Diatomics means H2, O2, N2. Triatomics means T3. Okay, in here CO2 is triatomic, NO2, H2O, and then polyatomic means P4, S8, etc. Molecule of elements. Here molecules of an element contain atom of the same element. Okay, you can remember this: monoatomic, diatomic, polyatomic. Okay, molecule of compound you can see water, ammonia. Remember this table also. It's combining water combining with hydrogen and oxygen. Here hydrogen is 2 and oxygen is 1 molecule. Okay, in the nitric acid, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, 3 elements combine. Here 1 hydrogen, 1 nitrogen and 3 oxygen atom. Okay, you can remember this. Next we discuss iron. Ions, compounds containing a metal and non-metal elements contain charged particles. It's called ions. An ion is a charged particle having a positive or a negative charge. Positive possible charge iron is called a cation and negatively charged iron is called anion. Valency means this, remember this definition. What is valency? Is the combining capacity of an element. Okay, this whole table you can remember. Iron is Fe plus 2, Fe plus 3, nitrate NO3, silver Ag plus. Okay, this is very useful for future and now also. Next, molecular formula, chemical formula. Writing a chemical formula, write the symbol formula. how it is possible. Okay, element or ion, so that the symbol of the metal or a positive ion is on the left, and symbol and formula of the non-metals or a negative ion it can write. Okay, left we can write a positive, and right we can write a negative ion, sorry. Write the valency of the elements or ions below. The elements or ions. Third step, cross over the valency of the combining ions. And the fourth step is polyatomic ions should be enclosed in bracket before writing a formula. You can see here all the example: HCl, H2S, MgCl2 and CCl4. Also we can share a calcium oxide, aluminum oxide, sodium nitrate, NaNO3, calcium hydroxide. This all example is very important, so you can remember this: Na2CO3, sodium carbonate, and ammonium sulfate, NH4 twice SO4. This is something wrong in PDF. Okay, next, molecular mass. Molecular mass is equal to sum of atomic masses of all the atoms in the molecule. For example, H2O, to hydrogen has a 1, 2:1, plus oxygen has a 16. 2 plus 16 is equal to 18U. Example number 2 is HNO3. Hydrogen is 1, nitrogen has atomic mass 14, oxygen atomic mass is 16. When all molecular mass is HNO3 is 63U. Carbon dioxide also, here its molecular mass is 44 unit. Okay, you can remember mole concept. A mole of a substance is the amount of the substance which contains the same number of particles or atoms, molecule or ion that present in 12 gram of carbon 12. The particle atom of present in 12 gram of carbon 12 is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. This number is called Avogadro number or Avogadro constant also. A mole represents two things. It represents a definite number of particles, atoms, molecule or ion equal to 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. This is very remember and useful. It represents a definite mass of substance equal to the gram atomic mass of an element or a gram molecular mass of an compound. Here you see gram atomic mass of the element is its atomic mass expressed in a gram. Okay, oxygen 16 into 2, it is equal to 32 gram. Okay, the gram molecular mass of compound is all molecular mass expressed in a gram. For water, hydrogen is a 2 and oxygen has a molecular mass is 16, so is equal to 18 gram. You can remember relationship between number of moles, mass, molar mass, number of atomic molecular or molecules or Avogadro. This 4 formula you can remember. This is useful for your exam. Okay. I quickly revise some expected question. You can remember: define atoms or molecule, law of conservation of mass, law of constant of mass, constant proportions. Write a formula of you can remember. In this formula are magnesium oxide or aluminum sulfate or calcium hydroxide, etc. Practice some. Calculate molecular mass is H2SO4, NH3, CO2. Okay, and numericals on mole concept. You can practice it. Okay, This was your full chapter revision of atoms and molecules in easy and quick format. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe for more revision video. All the best for your exam. Thank you.